These are the various colors and sizes of 3D Moravian stars and stars that can be made from strips of paper that we offer at Highhopes.com. Information on baskets was given to us by Agnes Maziris, and information on hearts by Susan Killinger. We will show how to make bows, baskets, and hearts similar to these below. But first we show about 2 minutes of troubleshooting when making the 3D stars. Instructions on items shown here will follow after the 2 minutes of troubleshooting. When you pull this through to make the flat pointed star, sometimes you'll rip this part of the basket a little. You can put a piece of tape over that as long as you don't cover the other basket weave there. You can put a little piece of tape over that. And sometimes, if that's the case, you can pull out the point on the star and cut the two pieces where this part will be under the basket weave. And tape this together. I better take the other side of that too. Now that you've got this corrected, you can pull it through again. If you have a nice steady pull, hopefully you can pull it through where it'll come on through. And sometimes when you pull the pointed 3D star through, it will curl up inside there, and you can take an instrument of some sort and go in and push that around to round it, around the edge. You can pull it back out and try it again, so that it will come out more smooth. Sometimes when you're making the 3D points on the star, it'll get stuck and it won't go in. And so you can take a piece of scrap, or you can take a piece of cardboard and push it through the other end. And where that comes out, you turn this and put this under where that comes out, and push them through together until you get it to come out the other end. One of the easiest ways to make a bow is after you've made 4 of the 3D points on one side, not the other side yet, but just one side, then you trim it and turn it over, and just don't make them on the other side, just cut off the strips on the other side, which makes it a nice flat piece that you can tape or glue down to a package. You can also make several of these and put them in the forms of initials or special symbols that you would like to use at Christmas time perhaps, or people's names. Don't have much time and have a finished star, you can just pull out the 3D points on the one side of the star and then just trim off the pieces. Whoever made this star might not appreciate that though, but it's fast. When you're making the bows from scratch, instead of trimming off the excess parts of the strips here, you can take the strips on the back and turn them under and back through. Giving you 2 strips coming out of each side. Just be sure that you pull it up to the point that it catches right there. And I'll continue to do this for the others and for the last one. Now this is flat, and you can trim these in any manner that you would like. One that's been trimmed differently on each piece. Here's another one that's been trimmed on each piece, and we also curled this with scissors, rubbing the scissors along the side of the paper. You can also, when making these, put two pieces together, two strips together. Our half-inch strips are good for this because they're 17 inches long, which is 5 inches longer than the minimum. And fold it where you put them together, and you'll have long folded strips. You proceed to make the star, and after you've made the star, you pull them through as we did before on the others, and you have enough left over to go all the way around a package. We show several ways to make baskets at Highhopes.com. One of the easiest ways is using 1-inch wide strips to make 5 stars and 1/2-inch wide strips to make 6 stars, and we'll show how this is done to make this particular basket. I'm going to glue the points that are further apart. Rather than the points that are closer together like up there. Put this on top of that. You might want to put something on it or just hold it for 2 or 3 minutes. After doing this one, I'll do the other 2 of the large ones to make 4 in a row, and then we'll do 6 of the small ones to make 6. These 4, bend it around, and connect these 2, gluing these together. I didn't use clamps, so I've been holding these 2 or 3 minutes for each pair of cards. I glued the handle to the top of one of the sides, and then I will glue it to the other side to have the completed basket. We'll make a heart now. This is one that's in red, and we've made the basket weave alternating white, red, white, blue. Then we take the 2 strips below here, turn the one on the right over and under the weave and pull it through. Take the one on the right of these 2 under the weave, pull it through, and turn it over on the other side and do the same thing. This one here, under the weave, and pull it through. Now we will trim these pieces about 9 times the width. So we'll go 4.5 inches and mark it, and 4.5 inches and mark it, and cut it off. Now we will take the strip on the outside of these 2, turn it over and into the weave adjacent to it. And on the other side we will take this on the outside and turn it over, inserting it in the weave adjacent to it. Notice that after this is done, from the inside this goes out and around. From the inside this goes out. When we turn this over, we will want this to go out and around. And we have our patriotic heart.